Mr. John Bouchier!
This is my Aunt Ada. Say hello.
Hello, dear.
That's right.
Is it nice to see so many gentlemen in uniform?
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
Oh, he's rather gorgeous, isn't he?
Do you mean the chairman?
Yes, dear.
Oh, you like him, do you? Leonard Sachs.
Does he, dear?
Hello. This afternoon I'm going to talk to you about what I considered was called misunderstanding in the theatre. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you that I've now got a Facebook page called John Bouchier and Charlie. So if you want to know anything at all, you'll probably find it on there. Right. This first story is about Harry Seacombe. Harry Seacombe was playing a theatre in Bolton called the Bolton Grand. And he used to do an act which was him shaving himself, singing at the same time. Well, on the Monday night, they paid him off. The manager said, "We know how to shave up here, son. We don't need you telling us how." So they paid him off, and they didn't get the idea at all. Then I did a job that Bob Monkhouse was going to be booked for at Sandhurst Officer Training Academy. But when Bob worked doing private gigs, he could be a little bit cheeky. And the commanding officer was frightened that maybe his wife would be offended, so they decided to book me instead. But what this officer didn't realise was that Bob was such a perfectionist, he would have gone into everything, like the local pub, the name of the landlord, type of beer they served. He would have known everything about that area before he started his act, and would have been much better value for money than I was. However, I wasn't complaining. And thirdly, there was a chap called Sandy Powell, who was a very well-known comedian on radio, particularly in his day. And he had put together an act where he took the mickey out of ventriloquism. So he apparently, I got booked at the Greensborough Social Club, and the bloke said, "Oh, I'm glad you're here." He said, "The fellow we had here last week was useless," he said. "You could see his lips moving." He said, "Even his wife said she could see his lips moving." And he used to do things like say, "Where did you go on your holidays?" to the dummy. "Where did you go on your holidays?" And the dummy would go, "Gridlington." And his wife said, "Where did he go?" It sounded like he said Gridlington. He said, "Yes, he did. I make it hard for myself. I should have said Leeds." So he was sending the whole thing up, you see, but this guy had no idea. He just thought it was just a bad act. Well, that's it for this time, and I'll talk to you again soon. Don't forget that Facebook page, John Bouchier and Charlie. Bye.
Just a moment, sir. Who are you, sir?
Oh, waiter!
That's not Daddy.
Just a minute, I'm not the father of twins.
You're seeing double. She's only one.
I'm 4.
You want to be 5? Keep your mouth shut.
He's silly. He thinks I'm real, you know.
I know what you are. You're a ventriloquist.
He's a ventriloquist.
Listen, don't put words in my mouth. I tell you what you can't do, friend. I bet you can't recite Peter Piper picked a pepper, plump and plimpers. Or pick the pepper, plump and plumpers if you're left-handed. While I drink a glass of water.
That's not difficult.
Very difficult for me. I've never drank a glass of water.
Well, let's try it.
Just a moment. Can I have this glass here, young man? My God. Are you working with him? Here we are now. Ready when you are, Squire?
Right, here we go.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, a peck of pickled pepper. Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper